Hey, Lauren here. I received a question through Facebook Messenger because I opened up the forum last weekend just for anyone to ask me a question starting with the words, how do I? And then insert question here. And the question I got was, how do I know when I want to have sex for my own reasons and not for keeping the peace or keeping my partner satisfied? And it was a fab question, and I felt really called to answer it because it happens in so many bedrooms across Australia and the world every morning, afternoon, and evening. Women, because I help women, I'll speak from a woman's perspective. Women can easily get caught up in a loop of, I should do this. I should have sex with my partner because it's the right thing to do. I should have sex because it keeps the peace in the relationship. I should have sex because if I do, then they won't be so cranky the next day, or so on and so forth. So how do you discern between whether you're doing it out of a sense of obligation or whether you're doing it really because your heart wants to do it? And the simplest way to answer this very big question is you'll know because the feeling that sex starts off with will either have a flavor of, I don't want to do this, but I should. Or alternatively, a flavor of, I want to be here, I'm interested in doing this. Having sex is something of value to me, it's of value to the relationship. So the intention there is very, very different if you could put those two side by side. So you'll know you're having sex to please your partner and keep the peace, because it won't be necessarily you feeling like it's generous, like you have a lot to give. Usually when we have sex in that state, what's happening internally is it's coming from a place of, I'm tired, I give a lot anyway, I'll just give one more thing away, or I'll just please one more person, I'm already in that mode of being anyway. So the flavor will be different because the feeling will be different. And usually what will come with that, if you dig deep, like those are the thoughts I'm speaking to now, but underneath those thoughts or beneath those thoughts, there'll be a sense of maybe even slight annoyance, frustration, anger, or bitterness. All valid feelings that women feel that we often feel quite shameful about feeling because we think we should always be willing to help or to give or to serve or to invest or nurture in our relationship. So yeah, if I could break it down, just speaking off the cuff today, if I could break it down and say the thoughts will sound different and the feelings underneath those thoughts will be far more in the kind of negative realm. Whereas if you're interested in sex, it'll be like, this is yes, I have something to give, I have something to offer, I'm not burnt out, I'm not coming into sex from a place of, depletion. I want to give, I want to receive, and underneath all of that is warmth and a sense of safety and a sense of feeling energized coming into sex. So that's how you'll know. You'll know. I trust that you already know. It is, as you mentioned in your comment, it is a blurry line, and it can be really fine. And if you're not on hormonal contraceptives, I'd encourage you to check in with where you're at in this cycle, because you might start to notice some significant patterns of when you're coming into sex out of obligation at certain points in the cycle, and when you're coming into sex with more of that yes, that wholehearted yes. But I know for myself, when it's a yes for me in sex, I feel warmth in my body. I feel like the giving is coming from a place of there being of abundance, like there's a lot more to give. I feel generous is the way of putting it, and also not to just talk about giving, but sex is about receiving as well. I feel comfortable to receive, I feel open to receiving, I feel worthy of receiving. So that's pretty juicy. I think that's a good starting point for you to just to discern the difference between those two ways of coming into sex. But we want to, nothing's perfect. You will have sex again out of obligation at some point in your life. I'm not going to deny that that's going to happen, but I'm hoping that the pendulum swings into more sex starting from that place of generosity and enjoyment in receiving. So if you want more tips like this one, I'm opening up Bedroom Basics on the 12th of November. It's my 4-week course to go through mindset, body confidence, initiating sex, and touch, which includes a lot of info about communication, that module. So you're going to get work with me live. I'm going to support you in the content. I'm going to do Facebook Lives every Thursday night of the course. So that will be those lives will start from Thursday the 22nd in the evening. And I'm really excited because I released the content just for everyone to do whenever they wanted, however they wanted the first time around last year. And now it's like, I get to see you and I get to hear you and I get to help you, because in those live calls you can have all of your questions answered, and that is the best way to do sex education, is to just for all of us to get together and to just talk about it. Because if you've got a problem, I guarantee you there's more than a handful of other women in that same private space that have the same concern. So I just want to naturalize everything that happens in sex. Like, we're all human. That's why I wrote Permission. I just want you to feel better about turning up as yourself in sex. So keep a lookout. I'll be promoting that from next Monday when I'm back from Melbourne, doing a big TED-esque talk on the weekend. So let me know if you're interested. Send me a private message and you'll be the first to find out about Bedroom Basics. But do it. Clear out before Christmas, holiday season, bamboozlement, where there's a high incidence of fights and conflict. There's a lot of babies conceived at that time. But there's also a lot of very cold beds at that time. So I don't want your bed to be cold. I want it to be nice and snug. So join, say yes, clear out, super affordable. You get complete access to me and all of the content. So I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye now.